conversations, and that's a part of the issue, is that we haven't been a part of the conversation for such a long time.
Yeah.
That now, anytime something happens,
you wasn't getting bullied. It was almost like and this is what I told at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we
the
had
city. I'm like, anytime something happens and y'all
movies
make a decision and y'all don't communicate that to the people
like
that's
I think
affected,
they were brothers.
they gonna feel attacked.
Little brother used to ride the bike. Big
So
brother
you gotta meet that halfway. You know
they
what I'm saying?
riding around the neighborhood
without
we little
including
kids
us in the
playing,
conversation.
and we see them.
And I think again with the money, there's a lot of money out here.
What y'all looking at? Get off the bike.
They may not say that or act like it, but it is. All right, so today for More Coffee Please, this is a special episode as always. However, obviously we're in a different environment, right? We're in a different space. It's a little bit more casual than usual, but this is somebody I've known for quite some time now, and we're finally having an opportunity to run it back and catch up and kind of talk about some things. So please stay tuned. If you don't know Darius DC Carter, now you do. Let's get to it. All right, so brother, it has been a minute.
Absolutely.
You know, I knew you in high school, but you know, I was moving so fast that I never really had a chance to really know anybody. I feel like, you know, especially in that time period. So since then, you've done a lot. You've done a couple things. But before we get to what you did after high school, who was DC before you found your calling? I'll call it.
Yeah, man, I was shy kid, very shy kid, very, very anxious kid before I even knew what any of that meant. Like, nervous to do anything. Like, my dad would, as a kid, he would try to make me just come out of my shell. He would try to make me call and like order pizza or something like that, just to like find my voice. Nervous. Didn't really want to do that. I'm on the phone, like shaking, like very, very nervous kid. Not very sure of myself. But always ready to have a good time. Like if I knew you, like I come out of that shell and really be fun kid. I was always a really good kid. My parents will tell you I was never behavior with me. It was always grades. It was never behavior. Like I had to be the only person with perfect attendance and bad grades. Like, but that just shows you like who I was at that age. Like that was kind of my social time because I was so nervous and anxious and not ready to come out of my shell. That makes sense. At different times. Like I want to go to school. Like that's the time where I'm like, that's my social time. Which is obviously not correct. But, you know, that's what it was for me. But yeah, that was most of who I was before I kind of, you know, got thrown in the spotlight a little bit and was forced out of myself. But it's the greatest experience ever. That basketball and the stages I've been on and things like that really shaped me. Yeah, it was.
What do you mean by thrown into the spotlight?
Yeah, like high school. I don't know. We went to high school together. Have you ever seen me at a party or anything like that?
Yeah, no,
absolutely
not really.
not. And I wanted to, but like I said, I was just shy. And just when I developed into the player that I became in high school, like naturally, there's more eyes on you. Like I'm averaging like 20 and 10 almost. I think my junior year, I was close to that. And it was just like, hello. School's starting to talk a little bit. We're going to team camps like Akron and Kent and stuff like that. And I'm hooping. And I have to talk to these coaches. They're approaching me and like, you know, I had to be a voice. I couldn't be that shy, hide from everything kid. Like I was forced to be more social. And it was awesome.
How did you feel about it as you transitioned? Did you know it was happening?
No, I didn't know it was happening. I was so young and unaware, just like navigating new spaces and not really like taking the time to sit down and appreciate what's happening. Right. You know, as a kid, a lot of people don't really have that skill of like just being aware of right now. It's just like fun, go. Like I'm playing basketball. Like, but I wasn't aware it was happening. I think once I got to JUCO, I started to be a little aware that it was happening.
Okay.
Because coming out of high school, I went to JUCO, and like JUCO is JUCO. Like everybody knows, JUCO is you out the mud. Like it's a different grind.
Yeah.
Like a couple of my teammates had babies like early, and like really had to get it out the mud. They have provide for people, and I'm just a kid. Like I'm in this environment, and my freshman year, I didn't do nothing. Like practice, eat in the dorm. And like I'm seeing my teammates, like, because now I'm forced to be aware of it because I can't just go sit at my parents' house. Like I'm in it. My roommate is out. They moving. Like they're like, DC, come on, man, what you doing? Like we doing this and this, and I'm like, nah, I'm okay. But I wasn't. I wanted to, but I couldn't. I was scared to push that. And that really made me aware of like, okay, maybe I can't really be like this. Like I got to build a relationship with my teammates, and like that off the court bond and stuff like that is huge. I can't just be a practice and dorm guy. I'm not about to be the weirdo on the team. Right. This dude don't leave his room. Like, what's up with him? You know? So that's when I really got like aware of it and was starting to push it a little bit, like testing it and everything. And obviously once I, got out, loved it. Like it's wasn't harmful at all. I don't know what I was thinking about.
Okay. No, that's beautiful. So you went to JUCO. Now, so hold on. I want to go back a little bit because I thought this was super interesting. Like a lot of the questions that I'm gonna ask you, man, like I was kind of doing research, right? Because I'm like, man, I ain't talked to this dude in years, right? Let me figure out. But you committed to Wichita State without ever visiting. What made you trust, especially being somebody that was kind of like reserved? Yeah. What made you trust that?
Man, so this after JUCO, well, my sophomore year, rewinding a little bit. My freshman year, like I said, I was coming out of my shell a little bit. On the court too. And I'm so appreciative for JUCO for like how it molded me, like as a man and basketball wise. Going into like I would say like the middle of my sophomore year, like it just clicked. I'm hooping. Like I'm hooping. I'm like having, I think I had like 36 and 15 game. Like it just turned on for me, and I'm going. Ended up being first team All-American JUCO my sophomore year. Like it really clicked for me. So naturally I started getting more buzz. It's coaches at these games and stuff. I'm getting recruited. I was getting recruited a little bit by a coach from Wichita State. Like at the time, I didn't really know much about Wichita State. Like obviously I heard of them, things like that. I knew they were having a pretty good season, but didn't really know much about Wichita State. So I'm talking to these coaches a little bit, and I'll never forget this. We're watching the tournament. We're watching Wichita State in the tournament. They're playing Ohio State. Ohio State, I got Ohio State socks on. Like, obviously, being from here, Ohio State is like,
that's it.
That's the school. Like, obviously, I had a banner in my room in high school, like Ohio State. Like, I'm like, all right, this school on me. They want me. They playing O State. Let's see. Beat them. They beat Ohio State to go to the Final Four. And I remember watching that. It was literally just, I'm going there. Like, that's a no-brainer for me. This school wants me. And at the time, knowing they had 3 or 4 JUCO guys on the roster. Okay. Which is huge, because a lot of times D1 schools don't really know how to navigate JUCO guys when they transition over. Got it. And I'm seeing these JUCO guys on Wichita State hooping. Cleanthony Early went to JUCO. Okay. He's hooping. Like, I don't know if you remember Cleanthony Early. He went to the league, played for the Knicks for a while. Like, he was like that. Okay. So knowing he was a JUCO guy and knowing that, like, he's in that space, he's hooping, he's starting, they're navigating him well. I'm like, okay, I definitely want to go there. Like, definitely want to go there. Okay. And then I can't remember. I actually did take a visit. I took an unofficial there. And I don't remember if it was before or after, but being there, they show love, man. they showed so much love. Like, it was just a great school. We went out and, like, different athletes from the different teams were just coming up to me, talking to me about the school and everything. It was very, very welcoming.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a no-brainer for me. And it was, like, one of the best decisions I've ever made.
So 2 questions. The first one is, did you have guidance throughout these decisions that you were making?
Absolutely.
Who was guiding you through that?
My dad.
Okay.
My dad hooped at North. He's from here. He was really good at North. He never played anywhere post high school, but he was a big name, like rec league, and like remember we used to have that tournament when Brown would come. I don't know why.
Yeah.
He would hoop in that. And
absolutely
dominate that. Like he's a known hooper in Akron, and he's a student to life.
Okay.
Like my pops, he goes extremely hard with everything. Like he wants to learn something, he's all in. Like no breaks.
Yeah.
So going through that recruitment process and everything, like he was the one really talking to the coaches and like asking questions and trying to figure out, you know, where I'm going to fit on the teams and everything like that. He was huge, like basically running point through that whole process.
Yeah.
Like very, very much so. Cause like I said, I came out of my shell a little bit, but I was still like a reserved kid. I didn't really know the right questions to ask.
Right.
And like I appreciate him so much for being that for me.
Absolutely.
Because like those decisions and those schools I went to, man, that was huge for who I am right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So then the next question would be, now you're out in the world. What did Akron give you that you couldn't get anywhere else?
Man, toughness. Like going through adversity young. Like it's not a lot of people that grow up from Akron and their parents are just loaded. Like
for sure. Yeah.
It's a grind growing up in Akron. Like, and just being from, we didn't live in the hood, but we were hood adjacent. Like I would go to the hood. All my friends were, I'm from the north side, Springdale. You go to the other side of Springdale projects. I'm in the projects playing with my friends and like you see things, right? You see things at a young age that you don't realize isn't normal. Yeah. Until you grow up and speak to people that are from different environments. It's like,
absolutely.
It's like, oh, you never saw that. Like you never saw nobody just get knocked out for no reason. Like that's not normal. Like that's everybody don't see that. Like you don't see nobody. Yeah. You ain't jumping on dirty mattress and you see somebody get served right there and like you see it. You don't really understand it, but like you kind of understand it. Like you didn't go through that. Yeah. Oh, this wasn't normal. Like, you know? Yes. So just that, like that, as you know, just hardens you naturally as a kid, like especially, I mean, with the bullying and stuff, we talk about that. And like, obviously that's a huge, huge thing. You don't realize certain things like bullying was normal.
Correct. It was a part of
just life.
If you wasn't getting bullied, it was almost like you're kind of a weirdo at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we had I'll never forget this. It was like movie stuff, man. When I was a kid, we had these dudes. It was like I think they were brothers. Little brother used to ride the bike. Big brother used to ride on the pegs behind them. They riding around the neighborhood. We little kids playing, and we see them. Naturally, we just look. Hey, the hell y'all looking at? What y'all looking at? Get off the bike. Mess with us a little bit. I'm like, that's bullying. Like, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like those kids were much older than us. So just things like that, man. Just the natural environment of being around here just hardens you. Like just that natural adversity that you go through. Yeah.
You know, it's funny about you saying that is that I've realized that's a common conversation that we have. You know, I think when I was talking to Willie, we talked about something like that he grew up in Chicago, but then moving out here, he realized that he was more mature than the average 8-year-old, right? Because of the certain experiences he had. And I think, again, in that same breath, we're saying the same thing where we're exposed to so many things. I'll give you an example. My kiddos, sometimes I look at them and I'm almost confused of why they don't respond to certain situations in a certain way. And I'm like, they wasn't raised like me.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? They wasn't out here at 5 years old just kind of running down the street, doing their own thing. Like, I was 6 years old walking to the corner store.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't have that experience. So there's this gap of experience. And then I wrap that around to say, when you took that toughness and that kind of mentality, that Akron mentality, to school with you and you start to open up, I imagine that kind of gave you something that, I don't know if it was an edge or if it was just a tool that you used, but how did that play a role in you navigating that space as well?
It was huge. I mean, obviously, naturally, it gives you an edge, but mostly on court for me. Like, my wife says this all the time. Me sitting here talking to you versus me on the court, completely different people.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like, you got that, what is that alternate personality?
Literally. Yeah. Literally. Like,
I'm alter ego.
I'm not going to compare myself to Draymond. I love Draymond, but I'm not, like, quite like that. But, like, I turn it on. And for me, that was where I kind of released all the stuff I kind of went through as a kid. Like, I'm releasing that. Like, I'm talking to people crazy on the court, and it's like I'm really letting that go. I'm in people's faces. Like, I don't know how I didn't get more texts in my career, but, like, really, really that dog that comes out. Yeah. That comes out.
As it should, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
As it should. I mean, there's actually a book called, what is it called? I think it's called The Alter Ego Effect, actually. The person who wrote it was actually, I want to say he was Kobe's ego coach. He kind of helped him develop the Black Mamba. And I read that and I was like, this is not an anomaly, like that mentality. Because I always thought I was kind of weird from that perspective. Like, I know when I'm wrestling or when I'm going into a certain space, I tap into something that's very different than my normal kind of way of engaging.
Yeah.
But that's essentially what you're describing, and I think it's absolutely necessary. If you don't have that, then, one or two things are going to happen. Either you're not going to perform in your prospective industry, or you're not going to perform in life because you're going to isolate people.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You're a monster. So you just, you don't be out there just killing folk,
Absolutely. It's therapeutic too.
Absolutely.
It's very helpful to just have that release. And post basketball, I'm kind of struggling to find that, like, for me, because I'm now realizing how big that was for me and how important that was for me to be able to, like, get that out. And then have some calmness, and, like, after it was just it was a huge release.
I'm going to change the question that we were talking about earlier. Being an athlete, being someone who's in a space where you're playing, like, institutional sports, I imagine that you have good experiences and bad experiences with leadership and coaches.
Absolutely.
Can you give us one of the best experiences you've had with coaches, and then you can kind of highlight things that you wouldn't necessarily advocate for as a leader or as a coach?
Yeah, absolutely. That's your boy.
Yeah, come here, son. Come here. Come here. No, I'm shy now. You already over here.
Creeped over.
Yeah. He just want to be nosy. Go ahead, brother.
But yeah, I would say positive things, man. My JUCO coach, Todd Franklin.
Okay.
He was pivotal in me becoming a man. Like, really, because I had to move out Indiana by myself, like, literally by myself, drop me off in the middle of nowhere in this JUCO campus, and, like, this it, right? I ain't really got nobody here.
Right.
And he was similar to my dad, was, like, very, like on me, like, we doing this. And that was huge for me because, like, I needed that. Yeah. I had it growing up, and then I go to him, and it's new. And you know how you grow up hearing your parents say the same things over and over, and, like, sometimes it's just like, all right, Dad, like, come on.
Yeah.
But then when you get in a situation to where, like, there's a new leader and he's kind of reiterating the same things, like, unfortunately, it kind of sets in, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes more sense that way.
It makes more sense that way. And he was The hardest coach, I mean, we had 3-hour practices, dog. 3 hours. And we running. He on us, he yelling at us like on us 3 hours every day. There was no 2 hour,
3 hours,
45-minute practice, like 3 hours plus.
Yeah.
Every day. We grinding. He cussing us out. But then in the same breath, he'll have us all over his house, grill us some chicken, we chilling. It ain't, that turned completely off. So like going through that and having him, you know, as a leader was everything. And then really my coach at Wichita State, Greg Marshall, which I don't know, he went through a little bit of, he had some things going on. He had to step down.
Yeah, for sure.
But great dude.
Yeah.
Great dude. One of the best coaches, the best coach I've ever had. Like X and O's, like great guy. And he was the same way. I feel like that type of coach for me is who I respond to, who's really going to be on you because they care.
Yeah.
And then they're going to show they care once you're out of those moments of like being a person or being a leader and being a role model and just like hanging out and talking to you and stuff like that. I've definitely had some coaches that were not that. I had a coach in Germany who I would say he had me close to stop playing basketball. Had me really close. Like he was a very smart dude. Knew the game very well. Student of the game. Like he would watch all types of film and everything like that.
Yeah.
But just absolutely.
Hi, buddy. Hi. Hey, we're recording right now. You want to say hi to DC?
No.
You shy?
You might say hi later.
I just want to play ninjas.
Okay, well, go play ninjas inside and let me finish talking to DC, okay?
How?
How?
Yeah, I can play with my sisters.
All right, well, let me finish this, okay? And then I'll get with you.
Beautiful.
That's my dude.
Bro, that's not me and my man. That's, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we go talk about it. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that guy in Germany, like I said, smart dude, great coach, really. But like the absolute worst, like with managing people and like being personable with his players. We had, after a game we lost, I'm not exaggerating when I say this. I think we played on a Saturday. We usually have Sundays off. He's pissed we lost, everything like that. He's like, he texts us, we got film tomorrow morning. We're like, all right, bro. Dog, we sat in there for 5 hours. We had a 5-hour film session, maybe 6. Just, it started off as, and this is why he was, for lack of a better term, he was nuts about basketball. Like that would be what his day would be anyway. Just sitting there watching film and just like really, really engaging in it. But like did not have the like understanding of like, bro, we got to recover. Some of us got families. Like you got to sit in here for 5 hours, dog. 5 hours. We had to take a break and find something to eat. I mean, that guy was nuts, man.
I mean, that kind of goes back to what we were saying in terms of like, you got to have a switch.
You have to have a switch.
Yeah.
And he was the type of guy who didn't have a family, he didn't have a girlfriend. It was just him. So like, he didn't have that switch and understanding of like, these people are people. Like, treat them like people and not just players. But yeah, that would be by far probably the worst. Like he one summer, I came in, like, he would always say, like, I was this guy. He signed me. I played there 3 years. So
you played in Germany for 3 years.
In this particular city, in Germany. Played there the 1 year, did good. After the 1 year, he wanted to sign me for 2 years, which is not really a thing. In Europe, a lot of people sign 1 year contracts. He wanted to sign me for 2 years. So come for the second year, he's like, you're my guy. Tell my agent, like, yeah, DC's my guy. I come in for the third season, and like something just switched, right? Something switched to where like he wasn't rocking with me. I'm like, all right, I'm calling my agent. Like, I don't know what happened with this guy. Turns out we go through all preseason. Like, he ain't rocking with me. He extra on me, like not in a like positive, I want to motivate you way, like real negative and odd. And he brings in this kid from Texas, who's a really, really high level guy. It's my position. And I'm just like, huh. Like,
yeah,
we the same position.
Yeah.
Naturally, he just like starts fading me out.
Oh.
And then I ended up getting traded essentially to like Frankfurt. And at that time, I'm going to this other team. I'm in a terrible headspace because at this point in my life, this is all I have is basketball.
Right.
Like, I wasn't really thinking about nothing else. I wasn't thinking about what I was doing post. I really wasn't thinking about like the future. I'm like, I'm in this. I'm having fun. I'm hooping. Like, this is cool. I'm all the way in Europe.
Yeah.
This is cool. And had me in a terrible headspace. And I ended up going to that team. I think I played maybe 2 games, starting to get my confidence back. I get hurt. Had like a partial tear in my quad. I'm done for the season. So coming from that coach to that situation, I'm like done mentally, like toast. Like I'm lost. And I was with Jasmine at the time, but we weren't married. So she could only come in like a month stint. I think it was like every 3 months she could come for like a month. Is how that worked. So she wasn't there as I'm going through that, and I'm just lost. Like, and then COVID happened. So I think a lot of that like started from, we were talking about the coaching, a lot of that started from just how that coach had me mentally. And then everything else was just handled poorly after that. Yeah.
Do you think you handled it poorly in terms of just your mindset and where you were? Okay.
Yeah. I was still growing.
How old were you at this time?
This was like 2020. So I'm 33 now.
Okay.
Yeah, so still like mid-20s.
Yeah.
Like, still growing mentally. Yeah, I handled it poorly. Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
We do that sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. So we've touched on a couple things, and you know, you definitely kind of started ramping up in terms of this. Now we're all talking professionally right now. At what point, you know, in terms of you looking forward and saying, okay, I want to start thinking about other aspects of my life, when did that become the clearest to you?
Unfortunately, like 2 years ago when I had to.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was probably 2 years ago mentally and physically in my prime. Like, I was really figuring it out. Like, my whole career, I was a flyer, like super athletic dude, dunk everything. Like, I was go, 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 go. And I was really starting to slow my game down. And I was turning into more of a 3-point shooter. Still had the athletic aspects to my game, but like adding my 3-point shot. And that was really, that elevated my game so much. Like, just having that.
Absolutely.
Being able to stretch the floor, and like now I played pretty much 5 all my life. Now I'm playing 4. Now I'm getting in different situations where I can expand my game and showcase things that I can do at the 4 because I'm on different spots of the floor. I was shooting like 39% from 3. Like, I was dialed. Like, I was dialed. So I retired in 24. So I would say summer of 23, before like the 23-24 season. Coming home after the season, like, I was kind of feeling something in my hip. And it was just like, all right, I think I'm just sore from the season. Like, it wasn't bad. It was kind of lingering a little bit. Played a whole season. And then that next summer, I'm like, this ain't really going away. So I'm trying to work around it. in the summer, and I didn't really have, like, when I come home after basketball, I don't have insurance. I'm only here for 2 months out of the year, so like, I'm not really about to buy insurance. Like, it wasn't really bothering me that much. I was like, all right, it's something a little weird. 24 season, I go whole preseason, and like, it's starting to get bad. I'm like, all right, what's happening? Like, I got to go get this checked out. I get the x-rays and stuff. Doctor's like, and this is a Portuguese doctor who's not a sports doctor.
Okay.
So in his eyes, this guy can't play basketball. So he's looking at my x-ray. He's like your hip is in a really bad spot. Like, you can't play. Like, you should retire now. And I don't know how much experience you have with like English speaking European people. Like, very blunt.
Okay. Oh, they just
it's just naturally because it's their second language, so they don't know how to like really sugarcoat things and like kind of navigate it.
I don't know.
It's good.
I can appreciate that.
Absolutely, I appreciate it. And he's basically like, your hip is bad. You should stop playing basketball. And I'm like, what? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you have really, really, really bad arthritis to the point where like, my hip joint was almost at that point bone to bone.
Bone on bone, yeah.
So I'm just sitting there in a haze, like, what are you talking about? Like, I get out of there, I'm panicking, I'm calling my agent, like I need a second opinion. Like, I have to. There's no way I can't play. And we just talked about it, worked it out with my agent and everything, and just kind of, ended up getting a second opinion from a doctor there, and basically I just had to get injections. Oh
yeah, you did the cortisone shots.
Yep, and then it was I think it was some anti-inflammatory stuff.
Yeah,
I had to get those like 2 times. No, every 2 months, I mean, which was awful. I mean, they had to put a needle big enough to get all the way to my hip joint.
Yeah, I'm familiar. Yeah.
Like, horrible.
In the hip, too. It's crazy.
Hip. Like, they're not numbing me. Like, and they're doing this, like, off the books. So basically, it's like a doctor. We had like a team doctor. And he would kind of get some stuff from one of the doctor's office, and he's like in the locker room. He's preparing it just like that. It's not like an appointment every time. It's just like, all right, game's over. Let's go in the locker room. We ain't numbing you. We ain't doing no prep for real. Yeah. And it was 2 ways. Like, they could do it like in hip flexor, which was like kind of dangerous without a ultrasound. Yeah. Because of my arteries and stuff.
I was about to say, the arteries and everything are sitting right there.
So we could do it like that, which would have been less painful, but a lot more dangerous. Yeah. He's breaking it down to me. Or we just got to go straight lay on your side. We going straight down. And I'm like, I don't like the idea of going straight to my hip, but like, I don't like the idea of you hitting the artery. So like, got to do what I got to do. It was,
How long did you do that for?
The entire season.
Of 24.
Yeah. Okay. The entire season. I ended up doing the entire season. And every time I did it, I'm telling Jasmine, I'm like, and she's living with me at this point, I'm like, I can't do this.
Like, I mean, that's, and then you anticipate it coming.
Yeah, man.
You know it's about to happen again.
It was terrible. Yeah. Like, some of the worst pain. Yeah. Ever.
I've actually refused those shots, so I have some tears in my shoulder. Yeah. And that's actually, unfortunately, that's why I kind of retired from bodybuilding and things. I was doing shows and stuff like that, and I can't bench press anymore. Right. I can dumbbell press because I can change the position a little bit, but if I bench press, I'll feel it in my shoulder for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? And they were like, "We can start doing shots." I'm like, "No."
I'll just stop lifting.
Yeah, I got push-ups.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No way.
Yeah, no, I get it. And that's definitely tough. Okay, so you had that experience, 24 season. You are like, okay, I guess I'm retiring now.
Yep. So yeah, I'm so thankful for my wife, because it was really just like also this is important. She was pregnant with my first child. So he was actually born in Portugal.
Okay. You got a Geechee child, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, she was pregnant, and like we had that. I had my hip, and it was just
That's a lot going on.
A lot to think about.
Yeah.
And at the end of the season, once the season ended, I wasn't getting the injections anymore because season over, and it's just I feel it like developing, and I'm thinking like, do I want to do this and actually like destroy my hip and not be able to walk and run with my child and everything? Mm-hmm. And I just kept thinking about it, I think it was like we came home, and I think maybe it was like a month, maybe even shorter into being home. I just told her like, I'm done.
What was that response? What was that conversation like?
I mean, naturally it's terrifying for her because we were not in a place where we were set up for retirement. So she's like, okay, like, let's do it. Like, and I appreciate her so much for that because there's so many different ways she could have reacted to that.
For sure.
Like, so many different ways. Like, I'm just springing this on us. Like, we got a new baby.
Yeah.
Like, life is completely different. And she had a moment of, like, I seen it on her face, like, being really scared. But also, later in that day, she's just like, let's do it. Like, we gonna figure it out. Like, we gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
And I was in a place to where, like, obviously basketball was a job for me, but I never had a 9 to 5. I never filled out an application. Like, my mom wouldn't let me when I wanted to in like high school, just have a little extra cash, but like and I appreciate her. She's like, no, focus on this. She wouldn't let me. So I've never even been through that process.
Wow.
So
until you're 30 some odd years old.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was a very unique space for me to navigate. I kind of just like literally figure I have a degree in sociology. So I'm like, all right, what can I do with that? Who would appreciate that?
Yeah.
And I leaned into sales. And I was going to kind of do IT, but like I didn't really, once I started actually studying for it, I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
So I leaned into sales. So I'm filling out applications with no experience. So it just got to a point where it's like, all right, bro, I'm about to work at Best Buy, right? Like something got to happen. And thank God we had like enough money saved up to where we were okay, but like we ain't gonna keep being okay. So
for sure,
something got to work.
Yep.
And yeah, I started working at Best Buy for the sales experience, and it was like a mixture of like IT.
It was close, yeah.
It was close. Yeah. It was something. And yeah, I worked at Best Buy for like a year.
Okay.
Naturally, just.
Were you here doing that, working at Best Buy?
Yeah.
In Akron?
I was in Montrose.
Really?
At Best Buy, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If I walked in to Best Buy and I saw you, I would not know how to respond to that.
No. And that was I was gonna touch on that. Obviously, a lot of people walked into that Best Buy and did not know how to respond to that. So, like, I'm coming in a place where I'm like, I'm all right. Like, we not like, we ain't down bad. I just got to figure out like this career path pretty quick. We got a child. Like, we cool though.
Yeah.
And I was living at a family member's house. Blessed, he's doing very well for himself. He has like an extra house here essentially. So like we not really paying bills. Like I have the time and we can figure that out.
Yep.
And working there, like so many people, like DC, and I'm like, what's up, bro? Like, like
yeah.
And people don't really know how to ask, right? Because naturally, like obviously I've been in paper and on TV and stuff. Like I don't. Yeah. All that stuff, and people started to look at me in a certain way. Yeah. You assume. Yeah. And when they see me in that blue shirt, they like, you can see it all over people's face, like, and they don't know how to ask, like, "Am I all right?" They're like, you still hooping? like you still hooping? I'm like, nah, bro. Like, nah, I retired. They're like, oh, all right, man. Good seeing you. Right. It was a very weird space to navigate, but I appreciate that though. It humbled me
for sure
a lot. Yeah. Like, and just to be able to have that humility to just go do that, because a lot of people who have done done what I've done wouldn't be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just the ego and like
Absolutely.
I've done this and I've done this. I can't be in this space.
Yep.
Like, I had that humility to go do that, because what else am I going to do? Sit around and keep filling out applications with nothing coming in? Got to make something happen.
For sure.
And I appreciate that. Like, being in that space, I naturally excelled quick. I think I got promoted twice in under a year. Just from being who I am and just that hard work. Like, I'm not here to just joke around and be friends. Like,
For sure.
I'm coming here to work. This is a step for me. And it was definitely that. Because now, working with the Browns, the VP of sales at the Browns, he started in retail. So he really, like, understood where I was coming from and understood the grind of, like, being in retail, and really respected that I did that.
Absolutely.
So it really, it worked out. Just, it was hard as hell. It was hard.
Yeah.
Newborn, like, it was rough.
I get it.
Yeah, it was rough.
I get it.
Yeah, I get the opportunity to start over, and that's a blessing.
How many kiddos do you have now? 2. You got 2 kiddos. What are their ages?
2 and about to be 8 months.
I mean, fresh.
Yeah.
Like,
trenches.
don't even know. Yeah,
trenches, brother.
Real.
Trenches.
So, 2 and 8 months. First, well, I guess second real, like, normal people job, right? When did you guys get married?
2020.
Okay, so you guys got married about 6 years ago. Had your kiddos about 4 years later. And, you know, obviously you got 2 now. How was that life treating you? How do you feel? Are you comfortable? Is there some higher goal that you're reaching toward?
Yeah, man. As you know, having kids really, as a man, as a dad, it really sparks something in you.
Yes.
Like, first and foremost, for me, marriage did that also. Just because, like, I have somebody every day that wants the best for me, almost more than I do in situations. Like, like, she is really, that's my everything. Like, she helped me get out of some really dark spots just by being there and being, you know, who she is.
Yeah.
But being a dad, man, like, it's the biggest blessing ever, as you know. Like, I seen the way your face lit up when your son came over here, and I feel that. Like, my boys are my boys. Like, that's my dogs. Like, I will do anything. Like, I'm waking up 5 a.m, going to get my workout in, getting stuff done. Work all day, come home. I'm working all the way in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Come home, dad. What y'all need? Putting Jace to bed. Like, it's nonstop. But
100%.
I appreciate that so much. And I always say that being a dad, being a parent, makes you realize before you had kids, you used to spend your time doing so much stuff that did not matter. Like, so much wasted time with, like,
a lot of it.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I was just, before I had kids, I still can't figure out what I used to do in my days.
Yeah.
Like, what did I do? We say that all the time. Like, what did we do?
For real.
Like,
For real.
Nothing. And we thought we were busy and didn't have time, and we were just sitting there and just doing nothing.
Yeah.
But it's awesome, man. Seeing them develop, and, like, my oldest he's 2, and he's always done stuff. Like, I hate saying this because he's so young, and I don't want to be, oh, my kid's advanced. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I hate even, like, really speaking on this, but, like, he's always been a little bit ahead of the curve where, like, he was walking at 9 months. And, like, his first teeth were coming out in, like, 3.5 months.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's like, so he's in a space where, like, he's 2, but I talk to him, like, almost like I'm talking to you. Like, that's my guy. Like, we speak. Like, if he's got something on, I'm like, bro, what's up? What's going on? And he can tell me. Like, he can show me what he wants. Like, it's such a cool space to navigate. Like, just made best friends. Like,
yeah. I mean, I tell people this all the time, like those three, so my 2 daughters and my son, literally my best friends.
Literally.
Right? And it's funny because like I have really good friends, but I communicate the same thing, and I've been telling my brothers and stuff like this for a long time. Like I don't talk to my kids like babies, and I never have, right? I speak to them like they are real people, and because of that, our relationship has evolved. And so my eldest is 9, and we have real conversations and real dialogue, and I do that because I want them to be more emotionally in touch. They don't necessarily need all the context to certain situations, right? But just knowing emotionally what they're feeling and how to articulate it is super important, because when I was a kid, I didn't know how to articulate some of those emotions, right?
Not at all. Yeah.
I was just angry, or I was sad or whatever, but it was like, it was this or that, right? There's this large range of like emotions and feelings and thoughts we have. And to your point about just being best friends, like with a 2-year-old, right? I'll give you this. The opposite end of that spectrum is that my pops is my business partner.
Yeah.
Right? And so that has been a moment for me, because now that he and I have started kind of developing our business relationship, it was like, who knew at 6 years old, because he's my stepfather, but who knew at 6 years old that God was giving me a business partner, right? Like somebody who I trust more than most people. Like I'm like, hey, yo, you know what I mean? Like and he trusts me the same way, right?
Yeah.
Which also is a huge blessing as a son, to have instilled that level of confidence in your parents, to be like, okay, what are we doing?
Yeah.
You
Absolutely,
know?
yeah.
So I'm experiencing that on both ends right now. And I think to your point, it's it's beautiful that you see it now, even, you know, especially at 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, man. Yeah, it's that's my guy, man. And then my youngest, we're getting to the point, like, I don't know if this happened with you, with your kids, but with both of my boys, like, at a certain age, I would probably say, like, when they were born to, like, probably, like, 8 or 9 months, we didn't really have that, like, connection. Obviously, those are my children. I love them. I'm going to care for them, change diapers, all that stuff. But it just gets to a point where it's like, I see it clicking them. It happened with my oldest, and it's happening now with my youngest.
Yep.
I come home and it's like, Dad, like he lights up. He's trying to crawl to me. Like he's really, we're getting that connection, and it's the coolest thing in the world, man.
Yeah.
And I wanted to touch on the point where you were saying with the emotional intelligence and everything like that. Like that's such a generational difference. I think we as dads, like in our 30s and things like that, we are able to tap in to that and be aware of like that for ourselves. So we're able to kind of like portray that to them, of like that's important, because like obviously I love my dad. Like my dad was very present, and like I don't want to make this seem like I'm speaking of my dad in a negative light. That's just his generation. He always told me men don't deal with emotions. Growing up, it was always men don't deal with emotions. Men don't deal with emotions. And like I'm going through these emotions and I have no idea why. Like so long in my life, I'm like, why do I feel like this? Why do I feel like this? And just like research, social media, like you realize that men are actually tapped into that and like really in tune and going to therapy and like figuring out why they feel these things. So like once I started seeing that, I'm just like, that's huge. That's a life change. Why wouldn't I want to know why I feel this way?
100%.
Like why would I ever want to brush that away? Like of course there's going to be some hard, maybe dark things for certain people, but like once you realize that's why, then you can navigate certain things. And like when I was talking about when I was young and anxious and everything, before I even realized what that was, I've never been diagnosed with like anxiety or anything. It was just kind of something like my own research and like kind of matching those symptoms with what I was feeling. I'm like, okay, maybe I do have some anxiety. Right. And being able to be self-aware and situationally aware of like what's triggering that, like I was able to just eliminate that stuff from my life. Like it was almost like a self-diagnosis of like, all right, that makes me feel that way. I probably shouldn't do that. And that it's as simple as just educating yourself and being aware of like why you're feeling that way. And definitely, like, my boys are going to be, they're going to know that from an early age. Like, you need to understand what makes you feel a certain way, why you're feeling a certain way. Like, if that makes you feel negatively and like it doesn't have like a positive outcome, because things can make you feel negative, but like it's the right thing to do.
Right.
So like certain things you kind of have to break through that. Certain things you don't. Like, we're definitely I'm going to be huge with that on them.
I'm navigating that space right now, business wise, right? Because I've been an entrepreneur for a decade. But I've been doing it on my own, and I could typically compartmentalize enough and also kind of put people in there's where they're supposed to be, right? So that means if this is a transactional relationship, that's okay as long as we both know that.
Absolutely.
Right? Cool.
Yeah.
I give you a check, you give me a check, and we do what we got to do. Now I'm navigating spaces where I'm building in collaboration, and I think especially in the Black community, we don't have the structure and the infrastructure rather set in place for us to collaborate and us understand what that means from a business perspective. Maybe like, you my homie, so we can collaborate. But like, yo, we got to sign this contract together. That brings up feelings and emotions, right? And you start feeling like, and you got to be able to articulate that and walk through that without it sabotaging the thing that brought y'all together in the first place. And as that applies to the kiddos, I realize that as I'm doing the work for myself, it's so crazy because I think we stay in situations far too long when you lack the intelligence, the emotional intelligence to identify why you feel the way you feel, right? Because we will suffer through things, especially men. We'll suffer through stuff like, just what I got to do, right? But I've been in a situation where I'm not an anxious person at all. I'm a very outgoing person. You could put me in front of 10,000 people and I will perform and I'll be okay. So when I started having panic attacks and I started feeling this chest crushing anxiety, for a long time, years, I fought through it, and I was like, I'm military, right? I got anxiety from the military. That was cap. Yeah. That's what that was. I was making excuses for a situation that I shouldn't have been in. And I was sitting in that situation because as a man, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, right? So there was a lot going on internally that I was trying to understand, but because my fathers didn't necessarily say, hey, there's a range of emotions that you're going to experience and this is how you navigate through these things, and if you don't know how to navigate, you need to talk to somebody or lean on somebody. Like, these weren't conversations, these are things I had to figure out by myself. And so now, to bring it full circle with my son, right now he is in a space where he's really clingy to me, right? He doesn't want to leave, my side. I didn't necessarily have that big of an issue with my girls. Sophia definitely used to trip, but it was weird, this onset, to see him respond this way. Yeah. And my mom is pretty tough. I'm tough, right, on my kiddos. But then something clicked in me, and it said, I didn't have a father to really like chase after growing up like that. There was tension in my relationship with my pops because he was my stepfather, and I'm the oldest, and I'm like, you know what I mean? This is my house, it's my mom.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Who are you?
Yeah, exactly. So I wasn't chasing after him or nothing like that. We became friends and things of that nature later, but I realized that I have to slow down with my son, right? And just give him what he wants. And in that moment, not necessarily babying him, but he does this thing like, love you, miss you. Before I even walk out the door, he's like, love you, miss you, love you. He was like probably 4 or 5 times before I get out the door. And at first I'm like, boy, knock that off, right? But I realized that I've never had that experience as a father or as a son.
Yep.
So it's foreign to me, so I don't know how to respond to it.
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to navigate different. That's why even him coming up, I'm just more patient and being like, I know he wants to be around me. That's why he's just like, I'm gonna just hang out outside.
Yeah.
Even if I got to, just to be near my dad.
And that's all it is. I just want to be my dad.
I just want to be in your presence.
Yeah.
And that's a weird thing for me to navigate right now.
I'm sure. Yeah.
You know?
Like you said, that's foreign for you. And it's just like, growing up, you see a lot of parents like telling their kids, get out of here. There's grown folks who are like, get out of here. Like, you could have easily responded like that. Get out of here. We doing something. Go play somewhere. Go on. But you embraced him being there, and that hug probably meant the world to him. You know?
Yeah.
Like that. That's why being a dad is it's so cool, man.
It is.
Just being like, we as kids, we need that like that love from a man or dad.
Correct.
Or like whoever is the father figure in your life. That's huge. That's really important. And I'm probably, my boy's 2, I'm probably soft. Probably. Some might say I'm soft, but like, it's my dog, man. He's only 2 years old. Like, what life lessons can I teach him right now?
Yeah.
Like, this is about, he wants to be with dad. He just wants some love. And I'm gonna kiss him on the forehead. I'm gonna hug him. Like, that's my dog. Like, I don't need to harden him right now.
Correct.
He's 2 years old. Like,
yes.
it's not what this is about right now. Like,
we're talking about you.
Yeah, we are. Yesterday, I came home from work, and I had to go to the grocery store, and I'm like, I'm going to bring Jace with me. I stopped at the house, picked him up, and I'm on the phone with Jasmine, and she got it on speaker. I'm like, you want to roll with Dada? And I hear him on the phone, like, roll with Dada, roll with Dada. He's like, shoes? Like, he's like super engaged and excited about it. And I just took him to Giant Eagle, and he had a blast.
Yes.
He's just running around looking at Dad, look, blue, and like it's just I see how those simple moments just mean so much to them.
Yeah.
It's such a great place to be. Like,
it is. And I think it makes it better when you can kind of embrace it. And we tend to perform as men too, you know, and so to stop performing and to be present. It's certainly something I'm working on, but I know as a culture, as a community, we got to do better at that. And then the other piece that you touched on is like men. I'm actually moving into a space like for the past year. I've been very intentional about like loving my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're my guy, I'm gonna tell you I love you. I'm gonna give you a hug. Right? This isn't about. So I'll touch on this. I have a couple friends that are recent and new friends, but they're poets. Right. And so, I have intentionally I'm a writer and things of that nature, but I never had a real community. And so these dudes, I mean, and they're all black for the most part, hearing them articulate their experiences and their emotions. And also, I'm a talker, right? And I also ask a lot of questions, very inquisitive, but their listening capacity is crazy. Like they look at you and they're like genuinely listening to you.
Yeah.
And for me, that has always been kind of like, you know, you study sociology. I like sociology and psychology, but I'm real big on psychology. I have a bachelor's in marketing, right? So there's a lot of psychology in that, right?
Absolutely.
And so you can look at somebody and tell if they're there. Are you here with me right now?
No question. Yeah.
You looking at them like, okay.
Yeah.
You're somewhere else. So I have learned to see that. And so when I see these men and the way they're looking at me, and the way they're listening and participating, and then also again seeing them perform, I was like, oh yeah, this is something that this needs to be a case study for how we articulate ourselves and not being soft, right? Like these not some soft people. They like, you know, it's just a level of intellect that I think when in our culture we often associate intellect and like how tough you are, right? The smarter you are, the softer you are.
Of course.
Right? Like
nerd or like,
you know,
the things of that. Yeah. Like, yeah, for sure.
So it's a weird dichotomy, but that's what I'm kind of walking through now. And I think you kind of touched on some of that yourself.
It's a very unique space for sure. But I definitely agree. Like it's more like the way we present ourselves and speak. And it's like you said, it's almost like you get looked at sometimes in the Black community of like, you're this or that. But like, no, I'm just educated, or like, I just want to use these words because like so many people don't know that that's the norm. Like we were talking about earlier, like when you start to meet different people and you realize certain things are not the norm.
Yeah.
Like, this is how people speak. Like,
right.
all the time.
Yeah.
Like, this is not like a performative thing or like a certain space thing. Like, this is how people speak.
Yes.
And like, you realize like I'm in a space now where, like, perfect example of this. I work for the Browns, and like Andrew Berry, I don't know how much you've ever seen him speak, the way he articulates himself. Like, if you haven't, you should just look just look him up. Like,
I will.
It's incredible. Like, the way he articulates himself. He's such a smart dude. And like, you know, Browns fans are always like, Andrew Berry sucks, and it's that part of it. But like, being able to see that has been huge for me. Because some people in our community might look at him in a negative way because he's speaking like that. But if you haven't, Andrew Berry, just look up one of his like speeches or presses or something. It's the way he articulates himself is incredible.
So with that too, this is kind of the last section of questioning, right? Through everything that you've kind of said, right? And I'm injecting this word into there because I want to see what this brings up for you. But there's a through line of loyalty, right? Whether that's to self or to an organization, to a coach, or to the company you work for now, right? Or even in your relationship with your wife. What does loyalty mean to you, and what has been your experience with it?
I think loyalty means everything to me because, like you said, loyalty to self. Right? I think when you're loyal to yourself, you're going to do the right things for the most part. Like, it could be portrayed as like loyalty to a coach, for example, like loyalty to this team. But really, it starts here. Because if I want to have my best showing of myself and I want to put myself in a position to do the best for myself, I have to be loyal to me, which means I have to go in here and work hard, which means I have to go talk to this coach a certain way and have a relationship. Like, it's just like branches of loyalty, but it definitely starts here because I want the best for me. And that is a weird space to navigate as a husband, as a dad, because you have to have a certain level of selfishness. Right? Because I have to be my best self to be able to show up for y'all. And that is loyalty. I'm loyal to me so I can be loyal to them. I need to have everything here to pour out to y'all. So that, I think loyalty is everything in every aspect of life because here.
I gotta say this. I saw this yesterday. Akron, he was on this podcast, and the lady asked him, you know, what's a man's job, right? And I'm about to jack this up. I tried to memorize it, but he said, you know, she's actually like, what is a man's job in society? He's like, a man's job is to, you know, manage society, right? It's to build, protect, and provide, and create a society that is peaceful and we can prosper in, right? And then he said a woman's job is to ensure that we can do that, advise in that space, and make sure that the environment that we create remains peaceful, right? And the way he articulated was so beautiful, and it was said in a way that gave both counterparts respect and responsibility. It wasn't like, this is your role, right? It was just like, this is how we get to a space where we can operate in a way that is adding value. Now, the reason I bring that up is to say to you, you know, you're moving into a space now where you have a family, you're growing as a man. What do you feel like your job is today? What is the thing that's calling you today?
dad. Like, first and foremost, dad. Because the way my kids look at me, I mean, you just see the innocence in their eyes. It's like, I have to be my best self. I have to. Because those little boys rely on me. Like, emotionally, financially, whatever. Like, I have to be my absolute best self. So I would say my job today is dad. First and foremost. That's the number one thing on my mind every day, which fuels everything else in my life. Like, I go to work and I'll have days where I'm like, man, I don't feel like calling these people. And I have a picture of my boys on my computer. Right. And it's like, I have to. Somebody just asked me like last week, because like inconsistently I've been getting up, like I said, at 5 working out. And then somebody asked me like, how are you doing that?
Baby boy, stop doing that. Stop that. Thank you.
And somebody asked me just straight up like, how are you doing that? And I was like, I don't have a choice. Like, what else am I going to do? I can't just let myself go and just not work on myself when I got these 2 little faces looking at me, like, as an example. My oldest son, like, he just repeats and does everything I do.
Right.
And that is just every day, every single day. That's like a constant reminder. Like, you have to be good. You have to be great. Like, you have to. You got this face looking at you and, like, wanting to be you. So I have to be somebody that he's going to always want to be, even growing up. So, dad.
This is random, but I just thought about this.
Yeah.
As a basketball player, I would assume that you have this kind of, you look at your kids, you're like, you're going to be, how tall are you?
6'7".
6'7". So your son, you want them to be, I would imagine you want them to get your height, get those genes.
Yeah.
Jasmine is not tall.
Family not tall. Her dad, tiny.
Yeah.
I love him, but he's tiny.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely like.
Is that a fear? You're like, oh man, you get your mama's height?
No.
No?
It's not a fear.
Okay.
Because for me growing up, my mindset was basketball is pretty much all I have. Like, I have to be this.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to have that.
For sure.
I want them to be whatever they want to be.
For sure.
Like, I don't want to force basketball on them. So, of course, it's a thought. Like, I look at my boys and I compare them. Like, it's a natural dad thing. Like, I don't know, your hand's a little big. You might be like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Obviously, I want them to be tall, but I don't think it's a fear for me.
Okay.
I don't think it's a fear.
Yeah.
I don't want to put that on them.
Yeah. I just thought it was kind of funny. I'm not a huge individual, but my kids are, they're taller for their ages, right?
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
Hopefully, you know what I mean? Get something. I don't know where you're going to get it from.
No,
but
of course I have that. Like, I want them to be.
Yeah. I
think they are going to be. Jace has big ass hands. Like, his hands are huge. And then my youngest is, I'll show you his pictures. He looked like he's going to be a football player.
Okay.
So hopefully my genes take over.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I hope so.
No doubt. Well, I appreciate this time with you, bro. This was a beautiful conversation, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this, man. So we definitely gonna stay in touch. If there's anything that you want people to see or hear or find you, is there anything we can help support?
Yeah, I mean, Browns fans, obviously, like I said, I'm working in the Browns space now. Any Browns fans, I'll leave you with some cards. If you know anybody that might want to come out to some games or anything.
Okay, hold on a second.
Resource there. So that's really it, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about some Browns tickets? You got some Browns tickets for us?
I got some Browns tickets.
All right, hey, we'll have to talk about that.
We'll have a conversation.